Speaking of those three committees on the House side, working on the Republicans' budget and tax bill, well, those panels have been working through some of the thorniest parts of that very large legislative package, including, as was just mentioned by Rena, Medicaid reductions. Nikole Killion joins us now from Capitol Hill. Nikole, catch us up.
Yeah, well, right now, as you mentioned, those committee markups continue, and the one for Energy and Commerce has been pretty heated as, of course, Democrats really try to draw attention to what some of these Medicaid cuts might do. They've been holding up signs. They've been reading testimony from various constituents, at one point even trying to adjourn the committee hearing. But that being said, look, what we do know is that this proposal encompasses about $715 billion in proposed cuts to the Medicaid program. And even though that's not as deep as some thought it would be, it still could potentially have an impact. I had a chance to travel outside of the nation's capital to Winchester, Virginia, where there's an extensive rural hospital system there, Valley Health. I spoke with the CEO about what these cuts could mean to him as well as to a Medicaid recipient. Take a listen.
When folks in Congress are calling Medicaid direct payment programs fraud, waste, and abuse, money laundering, I mean, that's just simply not true. But if that were to go away, then again, I go from immediately to about a $65 million loss a year. There's a chance we can't fulfill our mission.
Even with the smallest of cuts, that could cause states to restrict their programs. And then people like me that are working might get left out. You know, and that's just what concerns me the most.
So in terms of Yoli, the patient you heard from there, she's concerned about potentially losing her coverage, which pays for a lot of her medications right now. In the case of the CEO, obviously, he's concerned about potentially losing some payment, although he has been coming here to Capitol Hill pretty regularly to lobby lawmakers and says it's just about trying to find a workable solution, but hoping that these cuts don't cut too deep.
Nikole, what about the tax rate structures of this bill? President Trump has suggested at the very teeny margins and a kind of a small voice, a little bit unusual for him, that he might be open to raising rates on the wealthiest.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, I actually asked the White House press secretary about that late last week. And as you mentioned, the president nodded to it. But I did have a chance to ask the chair of the House Ways and Means Committee, Jason Smith, who met with the president this past Friday, why he didn't include those provisions to increase that tax bracket, increase the tax rate for the highest earners. And this is what he told me. Take a listen.
If you look at our bill, we're delivering on the president's priorities. I sat with him on Friday, and I went line by line of the different items in this bill, and he was very happy with what we're delivering.
So he insists that the president's on board, even though it didn't include that increase. I would note, though, this does include many of the president's campaign promises and priorities. No taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, obviously extending his tax cuts, key pledge. So from that standpoint, the chairman is moving forward with this package.
With perspective outside and inside the Beltway, Nikole Killion, as always, thank you very much.